Pre-watched. I will cap to the fact that I looked at Gage's deck. I had to know. I'm sorry. I was too weak. I had to know. If you're unfamiliar, we have on the Discord a channel where people talk frequently about what's going on, and a person who features pretty consistently in that is I Wish I Was Dead. Now, I Wish I Was Dead has been the mastermind behind this series for a fair amount of time, foisting all types of excellent decks on Gage, most recently the really powerful Karakori strategy, but I'm so happy to say he's come through again, and Alex posted this. This deck is legal? The newest episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series 2 is live one day early on Patreon. So people were talking about this in the Discord, and they said, I was busy wondering if I could, and never considered if I should. Followed by, wow. Not saying anything beyond, this is one of the worst episodes across both series. Gage diving into chaos for months straight was better than this. What a waste of everybody's time. So you can't just type those words and expect me not to get hype about this. And after seeing Gage's deck, I have to say, I could not be happier with where this has ended up. We're all going to go on this together. I'm sure you have memes for me. Let's make it happen.
Previously.
How about a torrential?
Oh, Alex, you are so naive, bro.
On Progression Series Season 2.
Oh, Gage, you are so naive.
I vividly remember.
Really, I've lost. That's interesting that you say that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Oh,
that
wow.
you
Okay.
say that.
Is it time for a different deck?
All right.
Every time. What
In this series,
Are we going to play Bad
value
Vayu or Bad Chaos Monarch once again? We'll see. So Big Panda 64 says we've been building this deck for months. Having seen the deck, I can confirm if you watched any of I Wish I Was Dead's stuff from the subathon when they did like modcast after hours shit, or if you've ever caught them in VC testing, they've been tinkering with this deck, and it has finally come time to unleash it upon the world.
However, in each
I'm
episode,
so
we will
excited.
open another box of the next set that was released, moving in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before dueling each other at the end of each episode.
But this time around, we'll be sucking, we'll be fucking, and you'll be cucking.
Plenty of other fun surprises that you'll just have to watch to find out.
This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series Season 2. Abyss Rising.
If you want
If
5%
you are-
off any singles or
What
sealed
do you think
product,
the
click the
Amazon
affiliate
is
links in the
called
description and
Vortex,
use-
thank you for the dollar, the dollary do. In this, today I would access all of our fallen Americans who fell in the civil... Oh, no! Fuck, my little thing isn't working. Hold up. Let me see if I can open it back up and make it work. If not, I'll just go to Streamlabs. It's not working! Oh, yes, it is. Today, I would like to honor all of our fallen Americans who fell in the Civil War against the damn anti-5%er. Those who think Thinker can steal my money and pride and my goddamn singles and seals.
Cimo5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
Had a pretty exciting win over Alex last.
We are currently 3 games away from a tie series. 3 games away. Now, we should be fucking 1 game away.
Last week with the Karakuris, I was very excited to be able to whip out that deck as it's one of my all-time favorites. We just needed to have Alex's Pareto to put it all together, right?
I'm sorry I cannot keep coping. Rescue Ace is mid. We're going to be doing a tier list after this, but unfortunately, Half Miss, you are completely
excited to
correct.
take that deck for a spin, but let's move on to something else. Today is a very exciting set today, too. It is Abyss Rising. A lot of really cool water archetypes released in this set here. I'm excited for
Yeah, so this
Alex
is actually a
about
pretty
it.
pretty
I have the
interesting
winner's wheel in front of me.
set.
I hope I get something banging from it. Please, anything good? We got really lucky with the Snatch Deal last time, so I'll take most anything. Of course, like the Starlights and stuff, but... Oh! 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 Ooh, that's so cool. Oh my god, chat, you have... no idea how actually crazy that is. So for my pick, I'm between two things. Our first option is something that I've talked a little bit about, and that's wind-up Zen mains. Of course, one of the best ranked threes of all time, released at a time where it just wasn't easy to deal with. There's only 2 printings of this card: Photon Shockwave, and then the Collector's Tin, which we don't have a chance to open to in Progression Series. So we don't have any other shot.
Yeah, I mean, but like, come on, this card is so boring.
I actually don't have many other options to get Foolish Burial until way later in the game. It looks like our next stab at Foolish Burial doesn't look like it comes till Premium Gold, Return of the Bling. But it should be pretty much guaranteed once we get to that point, right? I should probably just... yeah, it's probably right. I'm going to take the wind-up Zen mains because this card is just so powerful to take.
In this era. Fine, whatever.
I feel like if I can throw it into a deck, it'll make it just instantly better.
Should have gotten Beret. Yeah. The problem is it's so easy to ban out.
So we can definitely make good use of this card. Might not tie into the strategy that I have planned today, but for the future, I just feel like there's no better choice. We'll take wind-up Zen mains. I'm going to put it in the collection. Sick. I'll let Alex tell you all about Abyss Rising this week. Go ahead, Alex.
How did we lose last episode? We were up a game as well, and oh my god, things just went south really quickly. I was looking back. I could have done a couple of things
up a game as well,
man,
and things went really south.
So we're on Abyss Rising now, released November 9th, 2012. Almost at the end of 2012 already, which is crazy. And while Abyss Rising may be a notable set for like the TCG in Constructed, for Sealed, it's a little bit different. Now, of course, we do have access to cards like Gaga Cowboy, Abyss Dweller, just looking immediately here in...
Hey, I've got some good cards you got in here. How about number 8 Genomic King Genome Heritage, huh?
The super rare slot, but like, you know...
What about Memory of an Adversary, you know? What about Bubble Fucker?
To make full
what about One-Eyed
you need to pull
Skill Gainer?
Essentially everything across
I got a
all
One-Eyed
aspects of the
Skill
rarity
Gainer
spectrum.
for you.
And with only having access to 24 packs, you know how the progression series works, it becomes really difficult to do that. Moving on down, I guess like a Memory of an Adversary is also like an okay card in Sealed. The rares,
come on.
again, they're decent.
Okay, so like you can like maybe make Mermail if you pull really well, right? Abyss Gunda, Abyss Pike, Abyss Sturge. Those are all good cards. Abyss Armamancer,
you have Justice of Prophecy, just some decent cards all around. But if you don't have a Mermail core or a Spellbook core,
Umino Taurus is actually a he's a boss in one of the old Duel Links events, and his catchphrase was
Ultras,
"I am
there's
Umino,
like
I am Taurus,
here, like
I am
Bandido
Umino Taurus."
Warriors,
So
so like technically this is more playable than other things.
Whoa,
Dyson Sphere making an appearance. If you didn't watch History of Jank last week, there you go.
Gaios
is insane. Again, if you're
all you need is one Abyss Linda and several Abyss Sphere. It's fine.
Obviously, that's like the whole point. Tiramisu is also crazy if you have the ability to play a Medolce core. All of the Ultras in the set are pretty strong. Secrets are really no exception either.
Secrets
I mean,
are
Megalo,
insane.
Glacia,
we're gonna pull a
Retort
Retort and
Tower,
Soldier of
Bahamut Shark.
Steel, though.
Even
I can
like
already
Thunder
tell.
Seahorse for something like Thunder Family was like not a bad card at all. There's possibly some redeeming characteristics down in the comments.
Okay, so like Aberconway's good. There's some other Heraldic guys that are decent. But really, they don't get good until World Superstar
here as well. But like for the most part, I don't think there's a ton. Solar Windjammer is actually not bad. Kind of scary because Gage
that
was
would
playing
be good for
Curry
Gage
last
for
episode, and this
Curry.
is like arguably a better Cyber Dragon for that deck. Planet
saying,
Pathfinder if we play any like weird deck that could take advantage of that. Bull Blader is kind of like a weird out to some things.
Leo is so far away.
Like
Leo is actually, I think Leo might be in this set. Leo comes out super early.
Sealed
Leo's like randomly
deck,
just a 2020 card that's in a
random
2013 set.
Cards and things like that. But for the most part, I mean, Abyss Rising, a very iconic set for a lot of people just because it did debut the Mermails as well as a lot of the Spellbook cards. But not going to be too impactful in Progression Series unless someone pulls an absolutely insane core. Then we'll see how that goes. Before we get into it, though, we have to open 3 packs for the last time of Turbo Pack 8. I cannot believe we've been stuck on this for this long, but I looked. Abyss Rising is on the release list, and then Astro Pack 1 is right under it. So let's just flip them up. There's like really nothing good out of here.
Oh, Magician Circle's cool. I remember liking Magician Circle as a kid.
Pack number 3,
I played like cool targets for it.
Even worse. All right, let's open 24
it was
packs
money back in the day.
That's what you're all here for.
I actually still remember opening packs.
Whoa!
Actually,
if you don't know, they did a facelift on the pack opener. It actually looks good now.
Really well. There's some of my favorite cards in Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Got 24 packs of Abyss Rising. Anything big we can pull here? Let's find out. Let's see if we get lucky. Fishborg Planter is a really interesting common.
It's actually not very interesting. Fuck you.
A lot of them weren't great. I'm not gonna lie to you. Spellbook of Eternity. Wow, bro. I wish this archetype was playable in Progression Series, but way too high rarity.
Yeah, he's right.
Ultra
sadly.
rare. Number C32 Shark Drake. Vice. A lot of the Chaos numbers, pretty much like 95% of them were never playable.
Very
this
true.
Is one of the ones
Very
that didn't
true.
make the cut. Oh, God, that's an ultimate rare?
Empress is not good.
This card's not that great.
I mean, Pathfinder is an interesting thing to come out in this set as well. It could prove game determinative later.
Spellbook archetype. And it's not one of the playable cards. Look at that. Planet Pathfinder being able to terraforming out a field spell. Go to grab many Verdant Sanctuaries with that, right? Dyson Sphere. That's 2 ultimate rares in 24 packs.
Dyson is such a cool card, but unfortunately not very good.
Rank 9s, it's not that great. You compare it to like Calamities later on down the game.
Yeah, and enter Blotnir soon.
This card's not fantastic.
Deflector is interesting.
With,
it's like a nice little sideboard tech.
Like the actual reliable 9s you can make doesn't exist at this point. So there's really no easy way to be able to use Dyson Sphere.
All right, 24 packs of Abyss Rising. Let's see what we can get. A super
this is a
rare
good
right off the bat. Honestly, if I were going to take one, I would prefer Dweller or Cowboy.
Really would
but,
be considering
Mermail. If we do pull a decent Mermail package, that's not a terrible one.
Plesion's pretty good
Magic
too.
Deflector. This card actually is quite relevant in like the sideboard for some decks, and especially now with Prog Season 2's power curve being a lot higher.
Deflector has been in and out of.
Well, there's an ultimate rare, Spellbook of Fate.
Forever,
unfortunately, we're going to have to get a crazy set of pulls in order to make use of that. But very iconic card nonetheless.
Fate's cool, but we're not going to do it. Heraldry Art and Burner Stock are really
also
big.
In here, like for later on, especially because Sprite.
Bullblader is an individually very powerful card.
That could be a relevant card. We got a Bullblader.
I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh since between about 2010 and 2020. When exactly do battle traps fall off completely? 2015's Duelist Alliance. What's good and bad in Yu-Gi-Oh immediately switches, and suddenly battle traps are functionally unplayable. There are some outliers in like 2017 formats. Shit like Quaking is randomly very powerful for a short period of time. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. It was a door-to-door Orkin Man guy. He was like, yeah, you know, we're just coming out here seeing if you're happy with your pest control services. And we were like, we are. And then I looked past him. He has arrived at our house on a Segway. The year of our Lord, 2023, a Segway. They have him on a Segway going door to door.
4, but it requires 3 level 4s, and I don't know if we're ever making that. I suppose we do have access to the Heraldic Beast support in here as well. Advanced Heraldry Art is not a terrible
That's a good
card
pickup.
at all.
I hope that he does consider these.
It, but, you know, there are a lot
when
lower
Leo
rarity
comes out,
than cards
it's really
like
not
in the
bad.
Mermail or the Spellbook department, so that might not be as, you know, unrealistic.
We need a payoff,
There is an
though.
ultra-rare Empress of Prophecy. We're actually getting some of the higher rarity Prophecy cards, although they're not necessarily the ones we're looking for. Again, I think the biggest thing I'm looking to get out of this is Dweller or Cowboy, just because those are the most generic cards moving forward.
Bullblader actually ended up being a very important tech card to use in the Necroz era. which were actually like right around the corner, I think. This ended up being like an integral part to be able to deal with the Jin lock. Just being able to have a level 4 warrior you could search from the deck because Rhoda was at 3 at the time. Summon that and that clears the Jin lock right away.
At the time? I feel like that's
like
not
a
true.
deceptively good common. This
Maybe
card's like actually
he would know better than me.
The rest of turn negate all equipped, field, continuous, and quick play spell cards on the field.
And we really were very stupid.
Like
we didn't know that Rhoda was good.
It's great in today's game.
It was
Back
limited
then,
because
probably
of
nothing we
Satellar
could
Knight.
look at. A lot of stuff is locked under very high rarity stuff, like Megalo's a secret rare. Spheres are also ultras, which was very integral to the deck. I like
Abyss
this deck
Linda's
a
a
lot.
great
This is one of my
pickup.
favorite Yu-Gi-Oh decks of all time, just because it's also
We could maybe
really high
play
rarity. It looks
something
gorgeous in that.
resembling it if we can
it
just
is a
get
really cool deck
squalls.
to play. Unfortunately, everything's
Or
like
spheres.
ultra, ultimate rare and above.
Yeah,
so
it is
probably won't
high
be able to
rarity,
see it.
sadly.
Another super rare, unfortunately not the one we were looking
we
for.
really
A
don't
Noble
want that
Knight
card.
of Black
That is spoiling.
Lonsolane. I'm probably going to completely butcher the name on that. Noble Knight
We gotta get
also
RJ
gets some
in here.
support
RJ's the
as
only one who
well,
knows how
but
to
oh
say
boy,
these.
is it going to take forever for this deck to even be remotely playable. Good old Slushy. I always love this artwork. It's
Slushy's
so
so
funny.
cute.
Another ultra rare, C32 Shark Drake
Arthur
Vice.
is pretty
Again,
good.
not particularly good. I think we're actually getting some of the worst ultras, if I'm being honest, out of everything else we could be pulling. Probably something we're never going to be able to summon. This thing is such a crazy requirement.
Maybe we will.
Oh?
That's the second Lind I just got back to back. If I could get a sphere, that's like the loop with there, right? You summon Lind with sphere, and then it eventually destroys itself, and then sphere can summon one from deck. Fortunately, we
try
need
it
the
out.
big guy too to pair with it. But the double Alyss Lind is like way above average. Are you kidding? The Ghost Rare
Sure.
version of Shark. Drake
We
Vice. Thank
don't
you very
need that.
much. Thank you
Solar
very
Wind
much.
Jammer
It's
good,
exactly
though.
what I wanted. Our 3 packs left. Abyss Pike is a great
Pike is
mermail.
fine.
Aphrodite, one more pack.
Aphrodite.
Nothing. We didn't get any of the big mermails. We got.
Okay,
free-
let's see what we're actually cooking with. Wow,
and
very little.
2
Yeah.
Bislet.
1 Pike, 2 of the Duplock guy, 1 Gunda, 2 Linda. That's something we can maybe
Which is,
consider
like,
for
really,
future
really good
episodes.
for
That's
some
like a
reason.
decent.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's too much we can do with her.
We'll
I'm
worry
not
about it
gonna reroll
later.
this. I don't think this.
We
pack
really
is
did
good
need
enough
the
to
sphere,
reroll,
though.
But we'll put it in the collection. Why not? I got a really sick deck for today, though. I think it's
I'm
an easy
excited.
win.
Well, coming up on our last few packs here of Abyss Rising. Let's see if we get
Popcorn.
anything decent. I'm not sure of how many Solar Windjammers we've pulled, but that may be our first, because I don't recall seeing
Justice
any.
of
Justice is a nice
Prophecy.
rare. Again, not like we're going to be playing Spellbook this episode, but it's a good card nonetheless. Let's see if we get in the last pack anything crazy. Another Advanced Heraldry art.
Snore.
I'm going to think about this, actually. I know I have a million Redoor tickets,
Oh, come on, buddy.
and I actually think it's worth respinning for Dweller or Cowboy specifically because of how generically powerful
We
they
did
are.
it!
I want to check something first. So here's what I wanted to check. Our next chance to pull Abyss Dweller doesn't come until the beginning of 2015 in
Yeah,
the
in the
Secret
Secret
Forces,
Forces.
where it's almost guaranteed because it's a super
Yeah.
rare. So having access to Abyss Dweller for 2 years of the
Folks,
progression
bullying
series,
works.
2 years in terms of the timeline, of course. That's pretty strong potentially. And then Cowboy, next time we have a chance at Cowboy isn't until Astral Pack 5 is an ulti, or once we get to Battle Pack 3. So we get access to this a little bit sooner. This is also still a Shatterfoil, so we'd have to actually pull it. But
Shatterfoil.
a couple of years,
Battle
like,
Pack 3,
I think
it's-
that's just
you're not
worth having
pulling
a
it from
slight
that.
advantage over Gage. It's still not even guaranteed that we're getting it. I think Dweller's guaranteed more than
Do run it,
Cowboy
do
is.
run it.
But once we get to Wing Raiders, I
Run
think
it.
he becomes guaranteed.
Run it.
You know what? We have a million Redoor tickets. Let's just send it. Everyone in the comments is probably rejoicing that I actually used a Redoor ticket for once. Let's see if we can actually pull what we were looking for. Well, that's a better
yeah.
ultra rare. Although
Great.
again, I don't know if we
Excellent.
can play the deck. Abyss Sphere is an incredibly powerful card, so that's
Already
a straight
rewarded.
upgrade over the ultra rares we got in our first set of pulls. And that is also a better ultra rare, Madolche
Wow.
Queen Tiramisu.
Let's go.
Again, I need to check my Madolche package. I know there's some support in this set. I don't think I pulled any Magdalenes or anything in like Return of the
Madolche
Duelist,
is
but,
really hard
having
to
at least
play
the boss monster
in
makes that deck
limited
a lot
because it
more
is
viable.
powerful,
There's a
but
super rare one-eyed skill gainer.
it's hard to
This
get a
also
handle on what
requires
you're
3
supposed to be
level
playing
4s,
when you
but,
can't
like,
just
this guy is
execute the line that you
okay.
know.
I think he's incredibly niche, but I feel like this is more likely to come up than
One-eyed
Gaga
penis
the
poopy.
Risen. Okay, if we want to consider playing
Mess
Madolche,
and
there's
Gelato.
Mess and Gelato. I think we pulled
got ticket.
0 of those in our first set of pulls, so happy to see that. And a Madolche Palooza. Wow, this is just the
Oh?
Madolche 24, isn't it? Holy crap. Another super rare. I swear, we're getting every
That one's
super
not
rare
good.
besides the one we want. Red Dragon Ninja, not going to be played in the slightest. I think that's like our second or third Justice of Prophecy. So, again, like we're slowly recouping what we had in the other package as well.
Like
Honestly, like
recouping.
I think this is looking pretty good for a respin. Another Tiramisu. Oh my god. Everyone who is a Madolche player is going to be fiending to figure out how I can actually play Madolche in
Yeah,
Prague.
we'll figure it
Because,
out.
oh my god, I know Gage loves Madolche, and if he's on the receiving end of double tiramisu, he is not going to be
Croissant,
happy.
too.
Oh my god. Of course we're going to pull the fucking
Croissant,
Dyson Sphere. Thanks,
Marmalade.
History of Jank. This card is so bad.
Shore Knight's not great.
All right, last few packs. We didn't pull our... Well, not yet. There's still 3 packs. We haven't gotten Dweller or Cowboy. But there's still a chance. And, I mean, our pulls, like, for the most part, I think got better just because, like, our ultras are actually insane compared to what they were before. I don't think we're really losing anything else. Let's see what we get here. It doesn't look like anything we don't already have. I think it's like our second or third Arfaduder, so that's fine. Second to last pack, nothing crazy there. I think we're good on Solar Windjammers and Bullbladers, but I'll check later. Last pack, please, Dweller or Cowboy. I was looking for the black
He actually
border,
pulled all
unfortunately,
3 of them, but
we
cut
did
to
not
give
get it.
Gage a
In any
better
case, I have
chance.
5 billion redoer tickets, so it doesn't matter anyway. And you know what? 2 copies of Tiramisu.
That-
and we got tickets
that's
too.
not
Tickets are
terrible.
common.
We could try
I'm
something with
excited
that.
to see
That's
what my
funny.
Madolche pool looks like. I don't know if I'm bringing that
Madolche
today, but
Poolooza.
I know all you guys in the comments are going to be trying to figure out a way for me to play it. So let's get to building.
It's been a while since we've seen something.
Okay, so this is the deck. So I Wish I Was Dead has been trying to force this deck for a million years. Big Panda 64, 100% correct. The first, there was a Monster Mash Magical Merchant FDK back in GX. He built the deck with Exchange of the Spirit, and ever since then, he's been working on it in the background. Okay, so here's what's going on here. They play these cards as they were written during the period. So Machiura the Destructor at this point is banned, but we're playing Trad format, which makes it limited. So if we can get to Armageddon Knight, we can bin Machiura the Destructor or Handes or, you know, any number of these like discard cards like Cardess. And when he's in the grave, we can activate Appropriate. All right? When Appropriate is face up, every draw that Cimo does, Gage gets 2. You'll notice that all the draw spells like go even with an opponent. So like Drag Down draws you 3, Hand Death draws you 6. One Day of Peace draws you 3. It's crazy. So that's why we get around with Cup of Ace. So all we have to do is draw Appropriate, or we can also just go off. Like if we get to Machiura, we could just go off with like Reckless Greeds and shit and eventually find Appropriate. This is
Degenerate in the progression series. Since Magical Scientists, I don't
Listen,
think we've had anything
every
that's been
15
extremely
episodes, Alex
overbearing.
pulls
I'm
up with the
looking
most
to bring
boring
back some
burn
absolute
strategy ever.
chaos.
I want to
And
see
not
this
the
happen.
one that you guys are familiar with. We're looking at pretty much empty jar without the jars in it, except jar of
It's
greed.
full
We
jar.
got jar of greed. This is a deck out strategy utilizing a card called Exchange of the Spirit, which still at this time of the game before April 2015 is unerrated. Exchange of the Spirit, for anybody that doesn't know what the old errata reads, let me pull it up. Exchange of the Spirit is a normal trap card that reads, you can only activate this card by paying 1,000 life points while there are 15 or more cards in your graveyard. Both players swap the cards in their graveyard with the cards in their deck, then shuffle the cards in each new deck and put it in the deck zone. That is a very different from the current errata, which reads that both players need to have 15 cards in their graveyard. You can probably see the degenerate.
So what he's saying here is Exchange of the Spirit used to say it was forbidden during this period. It gets eroded in 2015, so we don't have that long with it. But it used to say if you have 15, you can fire it, swap the graveyard and the deck, which means you can do it while your opponent has an empty graveyard and they just die.
Degenerate thing there. I'm going to switch Alex's deck with him when he has next to no cards in his graveyard by digging up my entire deck, drawing through it with some of the most efficient draw cards in the game. One Day of Peace is still at 3, goes to 1 very,
It's a
very
one
soon,
card
so I'm going to try to
Exodia.
make use of it as I can. But we're going to be able to play Exchange of the Spirit after dumping Machiura the Destructor from the deck to the graveyard. Another card that is since gotten errata. It's not good at all now, but the old errata used to read, whenever it's sent to the graveyard from anywhere, I can
can't
activate
believe
as
he's
many
playing
traps
this.
as I want for my
What a
hand for each single
king.
turn, which means I can activate Appropriate after Alex's draws, and then this is my main draw
Everyone's
engine
saying
to
this
get
deck
my
isn't
entire
good.
deck
Y'all
out.
pre-errata
Every
Exchange
single
the Spirit and
time Alex
Machiura
draws,
without hand
I
traps
draw
are two of the
2
most
additional
broken
cards.
cards of all time.
ODOP does it. Cup
So,
of Ace
fun
could give
fact
him-
about Machiura. It was removed from the ban list and then immediately got a printing in an, I think an OTS pack in which it was changed to be 1 trap per turn. But there was a singular weekend in which theoretically it was legal but had not been updated in the DB. So you could use the old errata. And I actually think I made a video like testing. Oh, it's so old that it's now private, unfortunately. But let me see if I can dig it up. It'd be in like my private videos. Give me a sec. It's not that old. It was a short. No, it wasn't. What? It was like 2020. I thought it was, but I can't find it. Huh. Yeah, I don't know where it ended up. I think you were going to make the video, but didn't get to it before the update in the database. Well, the short of it is, it may not have actually came out, but we were testing it, and Machiura, within the context of like 2019 decks, was terrible. It wasn't remotely good. Like the payoff was like you could activate Reckless Greed, like awesome. The difference here is that not only are a bunch of deep draw tools that are currently at 1, at 3 during this time in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, Pot of Greed is also legal, and Exchange of the Spirit is uneroded, which is actually a trap card worth activating.
2 cards, I'll take 2 from there. Hand Destruction, Drag Down to the Grave, all these cards allow Alex to draw a card. In turn, I'm getting 2 more. So as long as I can get to Machiura to Destructor through Rhoda, or dumping it off to Armageddon tonight, discarding it, getting it out of my hand somehow, as long as I can resolve Machiura, I can use the rest of these trap cards, including our win condition, Exchange of the Spirit.
Yeah, it might have been like a stream
segment. If Alex has any
segment.
cards left in his graveyard, if I Hand Destruction him and he has 4 in the graveyard, I swap his graveyard with his deck. He has 4 cards in the deck. I activate Card Destruction, deck him out. It's game over. I'm not gonna lie to you, this deck might seem autopilot, but it's gonna revolve around a lot of like sequencing proper
Magical
draw
Stone
effects
Excavation.
to make sure I don't fuck up the combo.
Well,
I'm really hoping I don't stumble. I did a couple practice bouts with this, and it looked easy enough to be able to
yeah, it's
get,
fine to discard
like,
a couple of
90% the
cards
time.
if
This
a card
combo
like
is
One Day of Peace draws you
broken.
3.
Obviously, our turn 1 is set. FTK seems pretty much in reason if we're able to do it. Again, we get to play Pot of Greed in a friggin' FTK deck, dude. Isn't that stupid? Our side deck is to
How do we win if we
ensure
use
that
Hand
if we're going
Destruction? If we put 4 cards back in Alex's deck, it's actually not very difficult to kill him. Card Destruction is going to do a lot of work here. You can activate Card Destruction if your opponent doesn't have enough cards in deck.
Like second or something like that. We can just put in a jar type FTK2 to switch it up. This type of deck might be vulnerable to something like DD Crow, with like the Shallow Grave being integral to pull back our jars from the graveyard. So it's a little bit more fragile than this, which literally loses to absolutely nothing. Except Droll and Logbird, but Alex doesn't have multiple copies of those. So maybe if I need to, I will side into these. I could put in Trag or Gores if I really need to play defensively, but we have one game plan. We're just going to stick to that. I don't know, man. I wish I was dead. Really outdid with himself. This is like one of the best decks I've seen in Progression Series so far.
It's like a
we've
90%
seen a lot of really interesting
FTK.
tech develop from him, but this is definitely one of the ones that he's been working on for the most time.
I'm so
and
excited
it's
to
crazy.
see this
so
go
hopefully
off.
I can give it a good look.
This is the
Let's
easiest
see
2
what
in my
Alex
life. I don't need to
So
see
this
Alex's
might
deck.
shock some, but Gladiator Beast actually got, I think, either top 8 or top 16 at a YCS.
Unsatisfied with losing with 2010 strategies, we will now be losing with a 2007 strategy. We don't even have Bestiari. Why are you doing this? What's the payoff? Loop Ekest for War Chariot? You understand that loses to normal summon a 1700 attack point monster, right?
Around this time, I believe it was YCS Providence in 2012, at the end of 2012, right around when Abyss Rising came out. And this list, although it isn't exactly what the player played during that event, it's pretty close. And so, you know what? I actually checked, and thanks to some of the goodwill of some of our reprint sets, as a matter of fact, we can actually play this, aside from the fact that Bestiari isn't actually legal. Now,
well, that means you shouldn't be playing it.
does that really matter? Yeah.
Yeah, that's insanely important.
Yeah, kind of, because it limits our ability to go into Geyserist.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you kind of need Bestiari to do that. But this isn't your traditional GB deck. This is more of like GB stun.
Just play Hero Stun again, dude.
if you will. You're kind of just playing the GBs just because they're like big and they can tag out into like other annoying things to sort of help like out-resource your
One of them
opponent.
is
so
big
I
as
think
side
this is
draw.
something that A, Gage is not going to expect us to
Oh,
bring
he's not going to expect it. I'll tell you that.
It's probably good enough to be able to beat whatever
He is
he's
not
going
gonna
to
expect
but
it.
obviously we'll have to see. So let's do the card by card. The GB lineup includes Darius.
We don't need
Quest,
to listen
and
to the
Laquari.
fucking
So we
card
pulled
by
one of these
card.
icon line. The whole reason is here we are playing BrainCon and Topia. If I'm being perfectly if we don't have, although I feel like let's see if we can bring the GBs to victory. Let's not make
You found the Makiura stream? It was a stream. Wow. Yeah, there it is.
Well, I mean, I feel like we could just walk in and provided nothing happens here, we get to walk through this. Nightmare? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be taking slightly more damage here. Oh no! Wait, oh shit!
They targeted Maki.
Ooh! Oh no!
That's a genius decision.
We got a Guido.
if you wait any longer, it's time to duel.
Hey ho, hey ho ho, hey. You were so young and full of enthusiasm. What happened? Life.
Well, Gage, back to
Adge? Well, did you know that there's actually a way you can outdo the ads without having to even spend any money? If you've got an Amazon Prime account, you can connect it to your Twitch account and use Twitch Prime right now on this stream in order to avoid those pesky ads. Guess what also? You could just pay me.
core sets. Abyss Rising, a very monumental set for the
Thanks for the
TCG,
heads up, Joey
but,
boy. Hey,
for
no
our
problem.
series, maybe not as much.
Yeah, really sick set to come out at a really great time because the Mermails strategized perfectly with the Atlanteans at this time. But all those Mermails, I don't know if you could tell, Alex, they're like ultra rare, ultimate rare, secret rare.
Okay, I don't need to hear them talk
Stuff,
about
though,
Mermail.
stays in competitive play. I'm excited to see what you got. brought
I'm
to the table
excited
today,
too.
Even though
I'm
you
so
cheated in our
excited,
last
Alex.
episode, but
Oh, I'm so excited.
Me
Fine.
cheating, bro? Man, we only talk about 2 episodes ago. It's fine. I know instant fusion once per turn. We've learned our
Imagine
lesson.
reading.
It's okay.
Imagine either
cares?
of us reading cards. Imagine who would ever
Imagine,
do
bro.
such a thing.
I can't wait till somebody puts a compilation of every cheat we've done throughout like both progression series, and it's like 3 hours long. Like it might.
Maybe we
There
should do
used to
that
be
for
a
the end of the year
compilation.
compilation. Forget the highlights.
There used
Just
to be a
have the cheating
compilation.
compilation. That'll be
That's
something
what people want to see, right?
That's really what they want to see. That's true. Shout out the patron, Golden Boot 5350. Thank you for
It's called
the
playoffs,
support,
yeah.
Mr. Nim Nim.
We got a Guido.
He literally can't win a die roll.
Take a
of late.
fucking break.
Yeah, the
I
dice isn't working for you, bro.
I swear to God, between I don't even know if you know this, like with history too, like with against Joseph, I feel like I'm just losing everything. with
I made a
Rocket versus
Rosencrantz and
God. All right.
Guildenstern joke
Alex,
in a
you're
recent
gonna
episode
lose
of history.
again
for that
I
today.
one.
set you up
I'm-
pretty well for that one. I set you up
Yeah,
pretty
right.
well for that one.
I'm gonna opt to go first for today. Seems like the right choice for my deck.
That's not good if you're opting to
Oh.
go first. Yeah, okay.
Come on, show me.
This is insane. Give me a minute here. Hold
I
on.
was hoping it was going to be the opposite, but yeah, sure.
All right, I was talking a lot of smack, but I don't think I can do anything.
Oh, good. I'm glad. You could pass. That's an option.
It seems like a smart decision, doesn't it? It's so risky. I'm just gonna pass. Go ahead.
All right. You think I fear Gores? No shot. Thunder King.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, I'll take 19.
Gores?
Never mind, we're
No,
fine.
no
Okay.
Gores.
All right. That's fine. Main 2.
That's the thing is like you think that all these things are going to interact with the board state. He's just going to normal Armageddon night.
Yep.
Set 3
Like
pass.
we'll
Go.
just send
Miserable.
it. You
All right,
can't
I'm gonna
interact
draw
with
for
it.
turn. Stand my main.
Does the 6th card help you out?
By the way, Ryo doesn't matter at all. It just stops Thunder Dragon.
A little bit. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna summon Armageddon Knight, and I'm gonna
Yes.
activate the effect.
Dude.
I'm down.
Okay. I know you're down. I'm gonna send Makiura the Destructor.
Oh,
Activate the effect.
no.
the
Oh,
Destructor.
God. I take that back. I'm not down for this. Yeah,
Make it
I
happen,
can't do
baby.
anything about that.
Okay.
Sure.
Thanks for keeping 2 cards in hand. I
Fun
needed
fact,
it. I'm gonna
Makiura doesn't
hand
activate. That is
destruction.
true.
Oh,
Old
that's
Makiura does not
hilarious.
activate.
Nice.
It
So
just
we
happens.
send 2. I think it's turn player first, so I'm gonna send these 2.
Yeah, I don't think I have any response to that. That's fine. Sure. You're going to get to see what I'm up to, unfortunately. I'm going to pitch Laquari and Darius.
What? What? Gladiator Beast? Oh, I remember this deck. Did we unban Bestiary?
I don't know, Gage. Did we? I don't know. Would I make the same mistake twice in 3 episodes? I don't know.
Maybe I'm gonna draw 2 cards, and then
here, I'll move myself over so you can see Alex's reaction.
I don't know how this works with 2 copies. I think I can chain these. I'm gonna activate appropriate from hand, and then I drew another. Can I activate both of those? Can I chain those?
I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, since you activated Makiura.
It's over. All we need is like a 1-day piece, and we win.
Read the activation of this condition with this, because this is a weird.
You activate only when your opponent draws a card outside of
their
either draw phase.
Yeah, so you drew 2 off a hand destruction, and then I had 1 in hand already, and I drew the other one. I'm wondering if I can go appropriate.
So why the fuck are you playing this shit? Oh my god.
Because I want to win, Alex. What do you mean? Why am I playing this shit? I want to win.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you can activate 1. The question is, can you activate the second one?
It's like an activation window for like unlock bird.
Right. Nobody's played Makiura in a pro.
You don't have to immediately chain it to the action.
Know either. That's the thing. So we clarified with our resident judge, and he said that I can't activate another appropriate.
They called
Similar
Coder.
to a ruling where like you can't verify that I had the card already in my hand by the time I drew it. I can play both of them at the same time.
Man, Coder's a traitor. Yeah.
yeah.
That's what we really learned from this. Anyway.
Right? Yeah. Now let the fun begin. I'm gonna go 1 day apiece. Cool. Hey, we both get to draw.
It's so fucking over.
You actually get to draw 5.
He draws 5.
Draw 5 cards, bro. Yep.
Well, 4 plus the 1 day of peace card.
Yep, I took my 1 off of ODOP, 2 off of the first appropriate, and then 2 off of another one.
Come on, one more.
This is disgusting. Oh my god.
It's so
broken,
over,
bro.
dude. Don't even bother showing up.
I'll go upstart Goblin for another one.
Sure.
You take 1,000.
You just on like Makiura Exodia?
Come on.
Is that what this is?
Makiura Exodia. Exodia. He thinks it's Exodia.
I'm gonna go Cup of Ace.
Sure.
Heads I win. Tails you lose.
No, it says you toss the coin, Gage.
Well, very well. I'll toss the coin.
This is not Sixth Sense.
Oh, you take 2 cards. Oh,
thanks.
He takes
You're
2 cards.
such a pal. You're such a pal.
2 cards. I'll take 4. I guess it's only fair, right?
Yeah.
This is so fucking dumb, bro. Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna go 1 day of peace again.
Sure.
Okay, so you take 1.
Yeah,
I take
draw
1.
5
more.
2, 3, 4.
God, look at your hand.
God,
You're
he's so pissed.
12,
Fair,
13
right?
cards.
Oh,
in hand.
whoa! You can't.
I'll Rhoda.
You can't do that. Wait, no, you can't do that.
You're 13 cards.
I will hand
Cheat.
destruction again.
Nim cheats. He would have won, but he
okay.
cheats.
Thank you. You have to go first.
I will pitch both copies of Drag Down to the Grave.
Sure. I'll get rid of...
He's going to prison.
I mean, you already know some of these, so it's not like it's really going to matter all that much. I'll get rid of Starlight Road. I have a feeling I'm not going to need that.
I don't think we would make it that far either.
I have a hunch, and I'll get rid of Bottomless, I guess, too.
Okay, sick. And then I'll draw 6.
Draw 6. Wait, hold up. Does he draw 6? Pull up appropriate real quick.
We got a Guido.
It says after that, each time your opponent draws a card, draw 2 cards. Oh. It's 4 from the appropriates and 2 for the hand destruction. Okay, well, yeah. I'm like, where is he getting the extra? Hand destruction has an effect. Right.
I'm surprised you still have a Thunder Dragon in your deck.
You'd be surprised. Hold on, I'm going to keep it in my hand, but you'd be even more surprised if I had 2 of them in there, right?
Actual chat.
Let me see here. All right, I will...
Send him to prison.
Jar Greed for
Cimo
1.
wins.
Sure.
Upstart Goblin for 1.
Okay.
I'll Upstart Goblin for another.
Do you have it?
What, exchange a spirit? Of course I do, Alex. What do I look like?
Oh, actually, by the way, we fucked up. You weren't allowed to Rhoda.
Oh my god, you're right.
I have Thunder King up, so...
You're right. How do you want to... Do you want me to throw the Armageddon?
I'll let you throw the Armageddon Knight back in the fucking deck and just
Okay,
hold it back in your
I need
hand.
that.
Like, we're already
Cheats.
well
Cimo
past... I don't
win.
think it's going to matter if I'm to be honest with you, but...
Yeah. I gotta figure this out, though, because...
Miss Thundra? No, he never did Thundra. He put it back.
I think I could do this here. I
They
will...
caught it for
okay, I'm
Thundra,
gonna
but then they
go
were like, oh
Reckless
shit.
Greed.
Draw 2? Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna go Reckless Greed.
Draw 2 more.
I'm gonna go Reckless Greed.
Sure.
I am
You know what would be funny? If Alex had a Jar of Greed here, he'd just win the game.
going to Jar of Greed. I'll take the last card of my deck.
Sure.
I will Magical Mallet. I'll just throw everything back and draw it all again.
Just to get rid
I
of the
just need
mallet. Sure.
I just need the card in the graveyard, and I'll do
Yeah.
the same again with another mallet.
Okay.
Okay, so 20. I'll reload to do the same thing.
Okay.
All cards back in and draw it again. I'm trying to figure this out. Why am I so dumb? I feel like I'm gonna the mallet again.
Because
All these
when he
cards.
card desses, he can't deck
All right,
himself
we're gonna
out too.
activate the.
So we have it
Exchange
now.
of Spirit here.
There it is. All right.
Yep.
Pay your 1,000. Excuse me, sir. How are you doing this if I only have 4 cards in my
El no sabe!
graveyard?
Excuse me, Alex. Do you remember the old errata of Exchange
my-
of Spirit?
Oh, that's right. I
Earthquake.
forgot. It's yeah. This is the errated
Yeah,
version.
not until
Yeah.
April 2015 does this card to get errated, so we have a little
Yeah.
bit longer with it.
So if I'm correct, it's only you need to have it, correct?
yeah, I need to have 15 cards in my
Yeah.
graveyard. You?
Doesn't matter.
You
Bro,
go
I don't
fuck
have any,
yourself.
yeah, doesn't matter. So
All
I'm
right.
gonna pay the 1,000 life points. I'll switch your 4 measly cards in your deck with the rest
Doesn't
of
he
them.
need to be
Okay.
able to mallet
Rest of
into
these
hand
cards back in the
destruction?
I guess
no.
the best way to do this is.
I think it's banish and then return
Yeah.
I mean,
the
all
deck. I think that's
all
the
he
best.
needs here is to activate the card destruction.
And then we'll go.
DB is so good. All right, I'm skipping this part of DB.
Graveyard.
There we go.
Cup of Ace.
Or we can do this.
Sure.
Or we can
you
do
want.
this.
I know
Fuck
you
it,
want
why
to
not?
miss. There you
Okay.
go.
Alright, you take 2. Okay.
And you draw 4.
I do draw 4. Yep. 1.
Sorry,
2,
what's going on in the background? Why is it like fucking mariachi music?
3, 4. Beautiful. And then I will clean it up. We will go hand destruction.
Do you have a second hand destruction?
Do I need a
I
second?
don't need one.
I'll
You
be
just
at
pass
0.
here.
Oh, I guess you just pass at that
Yeah,
point.
you drop
Yeah,
a
okay,
turn.
I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking
Boom!
dead. I can't
One
believe you're
down,
playing
baby.
this shit.
How long do we have?
relax,
God.
bro.
Oh
Come
shit,
on,
16
someone's gotta
minutes.
play
No
something
shot. This is a
degenerate
2-0.
sometimes.
Oh, I love the Herc. Yeah, Herc's gonna make a big appearance. Yeah, Herc's coming out
I'm
any
not
day
happy
now.
that I lost game 1 because that's not going to go very
Wrap
well
it
for
up,
game
Gage.
3. But
Fold
I think
him.
I can probably
Own
squeeze
this
out game
fraud.
2. Obviously, it's going to hope that things go well for me, but we'll see. We'll see. I
We'll
cannot
see,
believe
man.
you're playing this. You tried a
see.
Makiura deck before,
That ain't
didn't
Herc.
you? Am I
I
not
did.
mistaken?
I
Gotta
don't think
work.
it went too well. I think I tried to Makiura Jar deck, and I
Well,
got
maybe the
Okay.
solid warning on
Okay.
the
so.
All right.
on the
We're
summer
gonna go
bug will
proving
do
ground.
it.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm playing now, so I'm not really like too afraid to like.
The
show
best
you.
part of this is that there are some hands that you literally can't do anything about. Like if he just goes like fucking hand desk pitch Maki, the game ends. There's nothing you can do about that, right? That MST is big though.
One
the
less
MST is
card in
big.
Alex's
That
deck,
theoretically
Gale.
like
Jeez.
Ryo
Yeah,
MST
exactly.
Solemn is about as good
I'll
as you
just
can
grab
hope for here.
Laquari. I just want anything at this point. We'll go Thunder King set 2 pass and hope to God we can somehow come out
Alex
of this.
T-King didn't do anything last.
It stopped your Rhoda, although it didn't because it actually
Yeah,
resolved.
yeah.
But
Oh,
I'm
it
a dirty
should've.
cheater, right? But
yeah,
it's
that's
all
true. Very true.
right. All right, bro.
Do you have it?
Nothing crazy to start. I mean, that's a,
Oh, nothing
that's
crazy
the
to
best-
start,
that's
just
the
pause.
best
Crazy
draw card in my
activates
deck, But like,
pot.
we'll see. We'll take 2 more here.
Yeah, sure.
Nice job playing around hand desk. Yeah, the play was definitely to like normal Laquari or normal Ryo set the proving ground so he couldn't hand desk.
Thunder King's really doing a lot, I gotta say.
He's doing a lot. He's doing the most. I will take another free card with upstart.
The problem is though that like that doesn't even do anything if you lead 1 day of peace, right? Like again, there are just some hands that this deck can't beat.
I will activate hand destruction.
Oh come on, don't pitch Mackie.
Yeah,
come
I
on,
mean,
we're
as much as I
9
would have
cards
liked
in.
to get my hand
We're
down.
9
They're
cards
two
in,
monsters.
dog.
It's 2 monsters, yeah.
It is what it is. I'm gonna send. Actually, T-King putting in fucking work, bro. I can't do anything with those
Okay,
guys.
all right. I won't complain. I guess thinking about it, I shouldn't have proving ground. I could have just set my hand.
I wish I was
down.
dead
But
says
guess I
in
was
testing
just
and high roll, I played through Judgment to MST and T-King.
Oh no, your combo deck didn't go off. What are you talking about?
Drat, my FTK deck.
Okay, we have lost
Meeting
this
of
game.
fun. I'm not having
Let's go to
any of
game
it.
3.
I'll just pass. Go ahead.
Sure. All right, I'll draw. Stand by main.
do
I
anything.
just I gotta
maybe a
start
contest
getting
like
in
a
here.
Armageddon night?
Let's go. Is there any reason to do? What's the damage here? Whatever. We'll go a quest.
Yep.
Battle 16-19.
I do not.
Whoa,
I actually
16-19.
really don't remember if we don't have bestiary. I'm
When
gonna
did he
take
become
16
woke?
and 19, and then you're not gonna be able to pop any of my back row. Okay, sure.
End of battle phase.
Yes.
We'll tag out. Honestly, I think I just want Laquari.
Folks, that's a joke
to
for
just
those
have
of
a
you that
big
were
dude,
so
if I'm
online
being
that you
honest,
remember the
just so I can
backlash to
kill
the
you next turn.
1619 project.
Is there anything in here that's gonna help me? Yeah, let's just get a big Laquari.
Okay.
There we go. I'll put this here. Second main, I'll set one.
Damn, now that's a power
I'll go
play.
back.
I will
Whoa.
draw. Stand my main.
Yep.
Okay, I will start by normaling Armageddon Knight, and I'll use its effect.
You have to solemn this.
I am
You have to
going
fetus chain
to
this.
solemn warning this.
You have to.
Yeah, that's fine. I will set a card, and then I will activate Drag Down into the Grave.
Sure.
I ain't got to reveal it. It's Makiura. And then I'll take a card, and then I'll trigger
good.
Makiura. And then since you drew a card on Res, I'll approach.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah. So it's not till the next time.
Show me,
Yeah,
show
I
me the
do not draw
ODOP.
two
Show
this
me
time.
the
It's
It's
ODOP.
the
next
next
time
time.
you do it.
Yeah,
Show
yeah.
me the
Okay.
ODOP.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, which will be
Now.
this time because I drew into another drag. Oh, I can't activate it. I don't
You
have any
can't.
cards
Yeah,
in it.
you have to actually get rid of a
I
card
do.
too.
My bad. My bad.
I remember
Don't
this
worry.
from Dark World days. I
Give me a
imagine that
minute.
you could fix that issue if I had
Yeah,
to guess.
give me a minute. I'll activate Cup of Ace. Don't worry, I got this, bro.
Oh, we didn't blind ace. Boo. A Danny sub would never.
Oh yes, I'll take
See?
two.
We
I was
just
taking
pot
two
of greed.
anyways, but it's fine.
That MST is gonna go
okay, yeah,
crazy.
let's just get in there. I'll ODOP, take a card, and then take two more when you draw.
Yep.
What? MST the appropriate, Alex.
All right.
Huh?
I will handy, and I'll resolve. So I'll pitch these two.
Okay. I'll space the appropriate.
Wait, we could have won, right? Because he wouldn't have enough to hand us.
My appropriate. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
I don't really think it matters in all honesty.
Why
but
did we
It
do
might.
that?
We'll see here. I'll take two more.
We're trying.
Here's
On
another appropriate,
resolution.
yeah.
Appropriate? Yeah. I figured that was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
happen. Like you have 3 of this fucking.
Wow,
board.
that's
Very
that's
cool.
odd.
Very cool.
That's the thing is like you can be mad that Gage brought this thing, but Alex is playing into it very poorly. It's not like totally that ridiculous because like playing around this deck requires you to like settle and be like, sorry, I have to think for a second, get myself in a different mindset about what matters. And clearly he's not there, right? Like he's just like, all right, we just got to see if he has it or he doesn't, which is like normal. Like, and this happens a lot, but like it's one of those decks that like if you min-max your percentages, you probably have a much better matchup against like MST at the right places, Solemn the right stuff, you know, play around hand desk as best you can. But that's something that like requires you to make a conscious effort to do, which is hard to ask on the fly.
Okay. I will go drag down into the grave.
Sure.
I've got 2 magical
It's
mounts,
over.
so
It's
I'm not
over.
gonna
It's
give you the
over.
option.
It's
I
over.
Get
It's
rid of
over.
the war chariot, whatever.
Sure.
So I'll just pitch 1, draw, and then I will draw 2 more.
Accidentally got rid of the chinks. My hand shuffled. My bad.
That's all right.
Continue.
I will Jar of Greed.
What even
Yep.
outs this reliably
I
outside
will
of like droll? MST is really important because you have to have the appropriate based on how the deck is, the deck works. Shadow Imprisoning Mirror does nothing because it doesn't activate. Maybe like Fiendish Chains and Solemns for the alternative ways to get Maki into the grave. The Armageddon Knights and the what's his fucking face? Summoner Monks. Playing around hand destruction does a lot, like trying to set your whole hand every game.
Activate Reckless Greed. I'll take
Yep.
2 more. I will Cup of Ace.
Sure.
Trap's done. Yeah, Trap's done's good.
I'll draw
Anti-spell's
2,
good.
and so will you.
2 more off my appropriate. Yep. I'll
Protector
one
of
day
the
of
Sanctuary.
peace.
I mean, I don't
Sure.
think that's
You'll
on
draw
our
2
radar,
more.
but yeah.
Yep.
War Chariot. War Chariot, I guess,
I will Upstart
works
Goblin,
for
take another one.
like Armonite and
I
stuff.
will Reckless
Necro
Greed,
Valley,
take 2
that's funny.
more.
Necro Valley would be really good.
I'll Cup
Share
of
if you
Ace
play.
again.
Di-Fi?
Sure.
Di-Fi would be funny going first, yeah.
Okay, 2 more. Yep. Casual Pot of Greed. 1 day of peace.
Wow, we really
and draw,
2-0'd
I'll
him.
take 2
That's
more.
crazy.
You will.
I will Jar of Greed from the hand. Take the last card out of my deck.
Yep.
I guess it's a no-brainer. I will Exchange of Spirit.
You will.
That you will.
Put him
All right.
back. Put him back. I'll let you go first.
Back. Hand in hand. Oh.
I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 cards in
Rat
deck.
Jam.
More off of appropriate.
And a card destruction.
You have 9 in deck.
9 in deck.
We need to
Or
ace him
maybe
once.
anything. I'm gonna Magical Mallet at the start. I'll throw back.
Yeah, waste even more time, buddy.
Man, I'm trying to
so
make sure
mad.
I don't lose
He's
and
so
like
mad.
auto-embarrass myself, actually. Very,
Oh
very
my
much.
god, I love it.
Fucking asshole.
He's
Okay,
watching
so now
Family
I'll
Guy,
put
the
this
other
back.
tab.
I'll put this back. This.
Yeah, this can't be allowed to exist for another episode.
That's
That
3.
one commentator that was mad that I
Let's do
Wish
those
I Was
3.
Dead has taken over
1,
the series is
2.
gonna love this episode.
All right. I will hand destruction here.
Yeah,
pitch,
this does it.
Pitch.
This is 6 into
Uh,
7.
Yeah.
No, you need one
Get
more.
rid of
So Odop and then card desk.
this.
Okay. I'll take 2 more.
Draw 6. Or 4.
No, just
sorry.
4.
Yeah.
You don't have double appropriate this time.
No, I'm not that good at the game, unfortunately, bro. Right? I'll hand destruction again.
That's it.
Pitch.
Card desk.
Pitch.
We know it's in hand because we know
this
what the deck
really
is.
doesn't matter.
Okay. I'll take 4.
Okay, I'll take 4. We just have to find a way to not die.
Four,
Let me
four.
count the cards in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 to 17. Card desk wins.
Okay. Yeah,
Fire it
I'll,
down.
I'll card beat.
Yep, that's all she wrote. Oh my god.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
so
I'm bro, I'm
mad!
sorry. This is gonna
Look
be an
at
exciting
him!
episode to watch.
He's
but, I haven't
fuming.
played this before. Exchange of the Spirit and like a card like One Day of Peace.
What an
It's limited.
evil, evil man I Wish I
got-
Was Dead is. What a terrible person. How could he ruin the sanctity of progression? How do they talk about this for 7 minutes? I have to hear
Right?
it.
Like we have these cards. I don't know, bro. Tell me what's on your mind right now. You're probably not happy with me.
I mean, we always play like random shit like this every once in a while, so I mean, I guess I can't be that upset by it. Ironically, I was actually playing an okay deck to beat this because I have War Chariot, and like War Chariot could negate your fucking Makura if you activate it, which is like
Oh, he doesn't know Eldo Sabe.
very few cards that actually interact with Makura's effect. Unfortunately, I didn't draw War Chariot in my opening hand at all, so it wasn't going to matter all that much. I was thinking if there's like any weird way I could cheese you with like compulsing a thing back to your hand when you card destruction, maybe trying to like get an exact amount of cards out of your deck. So if you go like 16 to draw 16, then I go like compulse spout something back, and then like you deck yourself. I was seeing if like that could work, but you were never doing that, so like it just never was going to happen in all honesty. And I had like some okay stuff in the sideboard. I had like plenty of stuff to deal with the appropriates. I feel like if I could cut you off of this, then like at least the likelihood of you pulling it off is like significantly lower. But the fact that I already lost the first game,
Cimo
meant that,
gonna
like,
ban I
was
Wish I
basically
Was
almost guaranteed to lose the
Dead.
third game because there's zero way to interact with this like in the current
Yeah,
form.
yeah, so,
Like I would literally need to. I don't even know like what card could actually interact against this deck like turn 0. There's
It's like
very
draw
few
luck.
cards.
It's only draw luck.
Which
Like,
no
this
one's
thing-
playing around this time regardless.
Yeah, so like there was another cool like the original iterations of like this FTK was like jar things, like that's what I tried before.
Sure.
But it just ended up being like too complicated. Like I couldn't figure it out for myself. And it's more
Yeah,
difficult
jar's
doing, like,
hard.
another step. Like it loses
Of course.
things like DDD Crow when you need to bring back a Shallow Grave.
Yeah.
An effect Veiler well timed can like ruin my day too. So this just was like way better in every sense. Like there's really no way to interact with this combo.
Yeah.
It draws through Thunder King as you saw. Thunder King literally did nothing.
Stop
and-
Rhoda.
Yeah, stop Rhoda.
Stop
and
Rhoda,
It's really easy
yeah.
to get to, just by like the nature of like Armageddon Knight and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
it's a beast, bro. There's a reason Makira is banned. There's a reason Exchange of the Spirit banned. So,
Yeah. Well, and on top of it too, like it was even more soul crushing when I actually had the way to stop the Armor
I'm
Knight, and then you
sorry.
had Makura anyway pitching it off of your
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, so,
right
like,
down.
you
So
like
that was just
this-
bait in the first
I
place.
hate to be like this. If Alex had done this, I would have found it just as interesting.
yeah, it was bait. I drew them both at the same
This
time.
is
That's really unfortunate. 'Cause
this
I
is
couldn't have
such a
any
cool.
idea what
I
it was.
can't
Later turn.
imagine
Later
hating
turn.
this episode. I'm
Yeah, so
they're playing
sorry.
this deck, so that's-
The amount of weeks that are just domed by Alex playing the same dog shit Monarch deck or the burn deck that he pulls out every like 5th episode for some reason, and once in a lifetime we get to do something truly unfair.
Impossible. Yeah.
That's just the kind of
Literally
duelist
no
I am
Don't
now.
worry, I can even make the decision if you want to, the gentleman out of Pokemon Era and Exchange of the Spirit. I wanted to, pay the series its homage. We get to do these crazy things with scientists and stuff
we
we've never
do.
explored before. And this was just something that was way too like oppressive to like just deny. I think it was like way too cool to try out. So
Yeah. No, and this deck was also like I remember this being a
Yeah,
force
it
of
looks
OCG
like they're
too, because
gentlemaning
it
out
was a
of
lot
it.
worse over there. 'Cause I forget the reasoning behind it. But I think
Read
it
the
was, like, Argus
comments.
talking about
Oh,
how
I'm
Argus was
so
really just, like,
excited to read the comments. I bet they are fuming.
Or getting like emergency banned over there. And for early, I remember what it was. It's because they actually had Makira Exchange of the Spirit so much earlier. We didn't get them until like a bit later relative to like when they came out in the OCG. That's what it was. So they had this whole combo, maybe minus some of like the later draw power cards, but it was available to them at a much earlier time in the timeline.
I don't know if you know, did they also have Temple of the Kings? We had that emergency banned.
Yeah, I remember.
Temple was
I'm not sure. I gotta be honest, I'm not sure. But I remember that like Temple of the Kings getting banned was like Makira, like it was people were thinking back to that and it's like, oh god, here we go again, which is why that card was banned before it was even released, which is not something you can say about many Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So interesting piece of history there.
Yeah, some of these cards
We
like,
did
they're
make
banned
a
for
meme
reason.
thread for
We kept
this
them one in our
episode.
series to have fun with them, and I felt like it would be wrong if we didn't take the chance to.
Sure. What how was your Abyss Rising polls? Not that it mattered for this deck.
Didn't get anything. Actually, you know what? I got 2 Abyss Lind. But it doesn't matter because I didn't get anything else to pair with it.
Sure. Like I got Sphere too. I actually re-rolled surprisingly.
Oh, did you? Yeah, what
Because I wanted to try for Dweller or Cowboy
Surprising.
because we actually don't get them for 3 more years in terms of like prog time. Yeah. Because we don't do the tins where I think some of them get reprinted.
How do we
I
know
think
Gage
Cowboy's
and I
next
Wish I
reprint
Were
is, like,
Dead are
in
2
Battle
different
Pack
people?
3, and
Well,
Dweller's
we've
next
seen
reprint
how
is in Secret
Gage
Forces.
builds
So
decks,
I figured having
and
like,
we've
if I had
seen
more
the
Cowboy
decks
City,
that I
maybe
Wish
I'll
I
just
Was
play
Dead
Magic and
builds.
use
I
Dweller.
think that's
So I figured,
proof
like, okay, I got
positive.
5,000 rework tickets. I'll go ahead and spend one. Didn't get anything. Of course, typical. But yeah, it was fine.
That's all right.
What about your wheel, huh?
Oh, I knew you were waiting on it, bro. Today was a great day for all Nim fans around the world.
He's
I got
just shaking
the
his
Starlight
head.
section of the wheel, too.
Show my...
So I got to pick anything I want, and I said, you know what? One of the most powerful rank 3s at this time is wind-up Zen mains, and we don't have another shot at it in the rest of the progression series, so I'd rather pick it up now.
Great. Fantastic. When it rains, it pours, I guess.
That's how it works.
This is what happens when we allow for us to play crazier decks in Prog Season 2, but I can't complain. That's the name of the game. But I would say good game, but that would be condoning this, so I'm not going to say that.
He's so
Every week's a good
mad.
game with you.
That is, I'll say that. I'll say
love
that for
it.
sure. Oh my god, people are going to be coming for your head after this
You
episode
know what?
airs.
I can take it, bro. I can take
Oh,
it.
I'm
We'll
coming.
next week.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
coming
we'll see
for
about
his
that.
head,
So
all
guys, that's
right.
gonna wrap it up for another video. I really
Ba,
hope you all
ba,
enjoyed. Let me know in the
ba,
Shadow 13,
ba.
17 Supports of Shadow 13, 17